Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Chris, the caller at the end of the last hour, brought up the beginning of Running Man, which is based on a short story by the great Stephen King. And it became a movie, I think, in 1984, fittingly. Or was it 85? And in it, there's Jumbotron saying, report on your neighbors. They now have those in Walmarts and on the streets. There's checkpoints on the highways. They produce fake newscasts blaming patriots for terror attacks, the government staging. Now, how did King know how to write a short story about something that actually came true? Because that's what other authoritarian governments do. It's like if you see a bird up in a tree and you go, watch that bird, it's about to take off and fly. Then it flies and someone goes, how did you know those can fly? That's what they do. That's where this goes. It's not a, oh, I think it's going to be all right. They've got secret death camps and secretly arrest people and you know, have the NDAA and Patriot Act and everything. I think, Alex, come on, quit being such an extremist. Sure, they're announcing they're getting ready to take the pension funds and change the laws. Sure, they're sucking all these other countries dry. Sure, they're training for war with us and saying George Washington's bad. You know, he is bad, Alex. Al Sharpton is good. After all, he's going to be the new Dr. Seuss. He said, I'm a cat, not a rat, but I was fat. Spying on the mafia that he hung around with for the FBI, reportedly. They've got all the documents of the smoking gun. I mean, it's just, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think Hal Turner, the white supremacist, works for? Look him up. He worked for the FBI. Who do you think Al Sharpton works for? I've said that many times. He's a government operative. I would say above that, Ford Foundation. But I guess just FBI. But that was back when he was a young political race pimp. I'll guarantee you he is on Ford Foundation or Carnegie and Foundation payroll getting directives. He's way above FBI. What a treasure this broadcast is that we are not part of the system and we don't work with the government and never have and never will. Thank God I had so much family that worked in special operations, black ops, CIA, you name it, and that they told me how evil and bad it was. Thank God, because obviously I was approached many times by establishment people and media heads and others to go into the system. And I said, go into a system that's going to destroy everybody's future? Never, 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 never. But I know how this whole system works, ladies and gentlemen, and it is disgusting. It is totally disgusting. These people have no honor. They are anti-human trash who enjoy screwing things up. Well, I don't like you, Al Sharpton, you race pimp. He's the equivalent of a black Grand Dragon. It's all the same crud. And, you know, he was forced in the knockout game to come out and say that was wrong because there are attacks on whites going on all over this country. Poor, stupid, self-hating, guilt-ridden, trendy, wimpy, pathetic, limp-wristed, castrated white men all over this country that think that's cool to be metrosexual are easy targets for racist black thugs to beat the daylights out of them. And I notice in all these videos they pick on hippies and they pick on trendies. Because I guarantee you they mess with some blue-collar worker or something, it's going to be a serious brawl. Or you mess with some redneck, guns are going to get pulled out. And it's just disgusting. Meanwhile, the black people are being executed en masse by the globalists, who they're all curled up to, the fake liberals. And I don't want the black people to be exterminated and killed. I want black people to be empowered as human beings, as we all are. I want humanity to win. But I've got to sit there and look at racist representations of black people like Al Sharpton, who's meant to create racial division in this country. It's disgusting. I'm a cat, not a rat, but I was fat. Marvin K. Mooney, you must go now. I don't care how. It might be by crunk car. It might be by boat. It might be by jet boots. It might be by... Why does the United States spend the largest percentage of GDP in the world on healthcare? Why do we have the highest cancer rates on the planet, the highest rates of diabetes, autism, and every other major disease? It all comes down to one thing. We are what we eat. Our food is devoid of nutrition and processed with poisons and additives. Our water is filled with toxic poisons and big pharma runoff. All of this has been engineered by design. We can turn the tide against the eugenicist by giving ourselves the nutrients our body desperately needs. To learn more, visit InfoWarsHealth.com. The site is literally packed with audio and video featuring top health professionals who don't bow down to big pharma. The fight against the New World Order starts with you, and you can't stand against the machine if you're sick, tired, and obese. When you visit InfoWarsHealth.com, be sure and check out the catalog with nearly 400 life-changing products and get free shipping when you sign up for AutoShip. Hi folks, Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his 2-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex. This is Alex Jones for InfoWarsLife.com. The latest in preparedness is now here. An electrically stabilized colloidal silver solution that can be added to both your home cabinet and preparedness pack alike. Concentrated to 30 parts per million in what has been dubbed the survival silver solution. The new InfoWars Life Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver is the answer for you and your family. And it's entirely free of toxic artificial additives that are loaded into many products. The InfoWars Life Silver Bullet Silver is so powerful that it is concentrated into a 2-ounce bottle and is not recommended for extended continual use. This is not a low-grade formula. We are working with one of the top laboratory manufacturers in the United States to bring you the best form of colloidal silver using electrical processes within a base of deionized water for your preparedness storage or your home kitchen. Purchase your bottle of InfoWarsLife.com Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver today and find other amazing supplements at InfoWarsLife.com.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Well, Ted Cruz, the senator hailing from Texas, has told Jeb Bush, the neocon fake conservative, that an act of love, legalizing all the illegals because they're just trying to join their families, will basically destroy this country, and that we have to have a rule of law. I mean, what a no-brainer. Nobody says you can have 30 million illegals and then legalize them and then not have their next wave legalized. And I got to be honest, if the illegals were voting and were hardcore libertarians and pro-gun, I could care less that they got tans that are mainly from Mexico. 80% of the immigrants in this country are from Mexico. Could care less. Man, I tell you, I was thinking about this just yesterday. I would elect an entire Congress of nothing but Mexicans right now. If I could hit the button, you know, in fantasy land and elect 500 and something Ron Pauls that had last names like Laredo or Sanchez, I would do it. I could care less. It's the brains. It's the ideology. It'd be like Germany. I mean, I'd take 80 million Germans. That's all there is in the world. I'd take 80 million Germans right now, except the average German's socialist, so I don't think I want the socialist ones. And what about in World War II? Would you want 80 million, because they were 80 million then. 20 million Germans died in that little escapade. How'd fascism work out for you there? I sure wouldn't want them over here. I mean, it's a fact, folks, that 90+% of Chinese immigrants vote Democrat, socialist to take guns. It's a fact, 90+%, pure research, of immigrants who become citizens who are Hispanic vote hardcore, extreme Democratic Party line. Man, it's game over, folks. The Democratic Party now is beyond Stalin. Your children belong to the state. We will tell you what to eat. We will tell you what to wear. We will tell you how to talk. I mean, if they could implement, I mean, you could say the word bossy in the Soviet Union. They would laugh at you if you said, we're getting rid of the word bossy because women don't like it. They say wild, extreme things to see what they can get away with. All over the country, at Mall of America, you name it, they have jumbotrons outside. We've shown you video of this saying, report suspicious activity. Report anyone with guns. Report anyone with marijuana. Hundreds of Walmarts have telescreens with the head of Homeland Security saying, hi, I'm Gianna Napolitano. You see Homeland Security. That is the image of 1984, is outdoor telescreens and TVs that are two-way tracking what you do and what you watch. They now have those for at least a decade. All the digital cable boxes, all the TiVos track what you do. So a caller called in, and I'm going right back to your calls on this subject. Ted, Joe, Joshua, Dane, Michael, we're going to get to all of you. But now Holder's come out and says they want gun owners to wear bracelets, and Homeland Security is having proposals to make everybody wear shock bracelets. The caller said the first part, the scrolling screen like Star Wars at the beginning of Running Man, written by Stephen King. How did he write this in the late 70s, and it was made into a movie in the mid-80s? How did it all come true? Because that's what other countries already did. What we're doing is how, it's like, you know how you make pancakes? You get the flour, you get the eggs, you get the butter, you mix it all together. Or if it's buttermilk pancakes, you use buttermilk. I mean, you know, it's like, how do you know you're frying eggs? You crack an egg, you fry it. How do you know a tyranny? The police wear black uniforms. There's surveillance everywhere. There's a snitch society. They're changing laws to take your bank accounts. They're demonizing people that want checks and balances. Let's go to the intro screen that I'll read for radio listeners from The Running Man. Here it is. And you guys back it up. You can play it with the intro audio, too. Now, again, folks, at the beginning of the movie, you see Mad Dog Ben Richards come in and stage a terror attack on the city. But the truth is, the government staged the terror attack and blamed him. And who they set up? A right-wing cop. The Running Man. By the year 2017, the world economy has collapsed. Boy, right on line for that. Food, natural resources, and oil are in short supply. A police state divided into paramilitary zones rules with an iron hand. FEMA Region 10, folks. 10 regions. I'm in 6. Television is controlled by the state. And a sadistic game show called The Running Man has become the most popular program in history. All art, music, and communications are controlled and censored. No dissent is tolerated, yet a small resistance movement has managed to survive underground. When high-tech gladiators are not enough to suppress the people's yearning for freedom, more direct methods become necessary. Food riot in progress. Let's go to some more of this. Schwarzenegger as the hero, when in truth he's a total fascist and supports all this.
99er. What are your coordinates?
020, flight level 15, via above release point, Echo Bravo 1.
Move in and check it out.
Roger, moving in. Food riot in progress. Approximately 1,500 civilians, no weapons evident.
Proceed with Plan Alpha. Eliminate anything moving.
I said the crowd is unarmed. A lot of women and children down there. All they want is food for